Welcome to Daily Bread. As always, this reading is timeless, which means whenever you find this message, or whenever this message finds you, is when you're meant to see it. So please, take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. The energy's already been cleared. Let's get started. Let's start by asking Source, what is the energy we need to focus on for this message? Source, what is the energy we need to focus on for this message? Source, what is the energy we need to focus on for this message? Integrity. Source is telling you right now that who you are when you are by yourself is who you really are. And it is really hard to be that person in a world that's trying to make you be someone else, anyone else other than that all the time. And Source is saying to somebody right now that once you understand how you move and how you choose to move, and that it's not always about good or bad at the end of the day, it's also about what kind of person do you want to be. And regardless of what the situation may look like, are you going to dig deep enough into your integrity to be able to create choices and options that let you move how you feel you need to move? So for example, are you going to be easily coerced into, letting your boundaries just fall? Do you have no boundaries? Do you have maybe too strong boundaries? Do you not allow people to be themselves around you? And integrity is about finding a way to be yourself without invalidating someone else. So I see someone who's starting this journey and is well on their way. And I'm seeing someone who's learning a lot of lessons. And it's kind of funny because I see someone who's got a lot of experience in the world, and you are always surprised by how much there's still left to learn. So let's get into it. Let's dig into it. Let's see what's going on more into tarot with integrity. And I'm also seeing a situation where instead of someone just being tested with their integrity, someone is being asked to define their integrity. Do you know what your integrity is? Do you know what your beliefs are? Do you know why you believe that? I'll take these two together since they fell out. Two more that fell out together. I'll take that one. All right, so right off the bat, you had the Lover's card and the Six of Wands. So what I'm seeing right now is somebody, this is a relationship. And this is somebody who has been tempted in a relationship. And whether that's a romantic relationship or a business relationship, whatever the boundaries or the rules of the contract around that relationship. Yes, because even romantic relationships are contracts in a form. And those the contracts define the integrity of the relationship. So based on what that contract says, like where those boundaries are for each person, that defines the integrity of a relationship with yourself, with others, in your work, in your family. So I see someone who is taking the time to define what those are for themselves, and that's going to set you up for victory. So I'm also seeing the Queen of Pentacles with the Wheel. And this is also very exciting because someone's money is just going to grow from this. I see someone is going to definitely be seen as someone who makes ethical decisions, and someone is an ethical leader. Like I wouldn't be surprised if you're a lawyer, or maybe or maybe some kind of a doctor, or maybe a writer. But whatever it is, and as a matter of fact, it doesn't even really matter. You could just be the seventh son of a seventh son, or the seventh daughter of a seventh daughter, and that's all you got. And you are still going to be seen as an ethical leader, as someone who knows how to balance out what's right and what's wrong. And then finally, you have the Ace of Cups, which lets me know that this is something that you feel really strongly about, that you're really aware of how people perceive you, and you want to make sure that your perception that you're sending out matches your perception that you see when you look inside. You want to make sure that the perception that you are sending out looks like the perception you see when you look inside. So sometimes what that means is I see someone who's really going to start to look up at how their actions line up to their intentions, because I'm seeing someone who was with this lover's card showing up here under the Six of Wands. This is showing me that this is a challenge that is soon to be overcome or has been overcome, but somebody was struggling with being able to, for example, maybe you were trying, when you would try to have peaceful conversations, it would always come out mad. Or maybe you were unintentionally pushing people away and you didn't necessarily mean to. And that's because you had a lot of emotions inside of you and you needed a lot of nurturing that you needed to direct it yourself with this Queen of Pentacles to sort this shit out. And I see that someone was evaluating a lot of things, and it was almost like your entire life was on review up to and including your legacy going forward. So someone hasn't just been thinking about where have I been and where am I going, but someone is thinking who have I been and who do I want to become. And I see someone who is going to do the nurturing to themselves and invest the time and invest the energy and invest the resources to continue to be able to be this ethical decision maker and continue to just grow your money and continue to nurture yourself and the things around you that bring you continual and perpetual and collective and individual liberation and peace. So I'm going to go to the Oracle and see what actions or advice we have to go along with our integrity. And I'm definitely seeing someone who's going to overcome this situation that, wherever you were in that space that was just filled in so much gray, you're not going to black and white it, but you're definitely going to bring a lot more clarity, because life isn't about making things black and white, but it's about really understanding those finely nuanced shades of gray. Let's take an Oracle card. Not 50 Shades of Gray. Well, maybe. No, I'm kidding. All right, so your Oracle card is poised. Stay poised, which is what I just did not do. So, so what Source is telling you right now is your integrity is a place where you will find your center. Your center for integrity is the heart of your highest self. So Source is saying, stay poised in that energy. Check where you're standing in your energy, because your your feelings tell you where your energy is. Your feelings, your emotions inform your thoughts and they inform your behaviors. So Source is saying, stay grounded in this space where your integrity stems from, and continue to keep that energy flowing. Remain there and don't and understand how that will continue to impact your thoughts and your behaviors. Because if you stay grounded in integrity, you will act in integrity. So someone wants to keep that on the forefront of their mind. And again, what that's going to do is it's going to have impacts on your financial growth, abundance in your relationships. I'm seeing someone who will actually find new love, or someone might even be getting a proposal here soon, if you haven't already, and congratulations for that. And I'm going to pull one more card from the Loving Universe Tarot to see what lesson Source may have for us to go along with this. What is the lesson? What are the questions we need to be asking ourselves? Where do we need to go for a greater introspection? The Hierophant. Yep, absolutely. And the Hierophant asks us about how qualified we are. The Hierophant asks us, do we meet the requirements for what our goals are? And the Hierophant requires us to have the discipline that we have actually demonstrated, the skills that we are trying to develop. So this is very aligned with integrity. So Hierophant, if integrity is, the source of where your highest self's intentions come from, the Hierophant is from the outside saying, is this visible on the outside? Have you demonstrated it? And how do you continue to demonstrate that? So that's the reading that I have for you today. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, please like, share, follow, and I will see you next time.